Hi guys, I am Ayo and this is Watchlist by Ayo. Today we are doing an in-depth military comparison between two West African neighbors, Nigeria and Burkina Faso. We will compare their armies, air force and navies, analyze strengths and weaknesses, and explore a critical question. If these two militaries were ever to go to war, who would come out on top? Nigerian military is one of the most powerful in Africa, ranked around 38 globally in military power. Nigeria feeds a large and diverse military across land and air and sea. Burkina Faso, by comparison, is far smaller with a concentrated focus on internal security and counter-terrorism operations. The Burkina Faso armed forces are ranked around 110th globally, reflecting limited manpower and equipment. Let's begin with the army, the largest component of any current conflict. Nigerian army is significantly larger and more mechanized, with over 180,000 soldiers, hundreds of tanks, armored fighting vehicles. It is structured for conventional and asymmetric warfare across extensive terrain. Burkina Faso army, on the other hand, is a much smaller force. According to defense data, the Burkinabe ground forces number around 7,000 to 60,000 personnel, primarily focused on counter-insurgency against jihadist groups. In a direct conventional engagement, Nigeria's quantitative superiority in manpower and heavy equipment gives it a distinct advantage on the battlefield. Next, the air domain, a decisive factor in modern conflict. Nigeria Air Force operates dozens of combat aircraft, transport planes and helicopters, and is considered one of the strongest air forces in sub-Saharan Africa. Burkina Faso Air Force is substantially smaller, with a very limited number of combat and support aircraft, typically light attack aircraft and helicopters focused on internal security missions. Nigeria's air capacity provides air superiority, airborne intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance, and support for ground operations, while Burkina Faso's smaller fleet would be limited in offensive or sustained air operation. Thus, in air-to-air or air-to-ground combat, Nigeria holds a clear technological and numerical edge. Now, let's look at the navy power. This is unique because Burkina Faso is a landlocked country. It does not maintain a navy. Nigeria, on the other hand, feeds a credible naval force with dozens of patrol vessels, fast attack craft, and coastal surveillance capabilities, tasked with protecting its extensive coastline and offshore resources. In this domain, Nigeria has an uncontested advantage. Military strength isn't just equipment, it's also logistics, leadership, and experience. Nigerian forces have extensive experience in peacekeeping missions across Africa and internal counter-insurgency operation. There are long-standing international defense partnerships that contribute to training and readiness. Burkina Faso forces are predominantly oriented towards counter-insurgency in the Sahel. Their operations are shaped by ongoing security challenges against non-state actors, often with external training support from France and other partners. In large-scale conventional combat, Nigeria's larger logistic infrastructure and diverse operational experience would provide a significant advantage. So, if hypothetically Nigeria and Burkina Faso went to war, what would happen? Based purely on military size, capability and organization, Nigeria would likely prevail in a conventional conflict. These forces are larger, better equipped, and have broader air and sea capability. However, it is important to note that real world wars are rarely decided solely by military hardware. Terrain, alliance, international diplomacy, economic resilience, and political will all matters. Burkina Faso's strength lies in intimate knowledge of its own terrain and strong militia network, shaped by years of localized conflicts, factors that complicate any large-scale offensive. In addition, modern warfare increasingly involves non-conventional tactics, cyber operations, proxy forces, and asymmetric engagements in which a technically weaker state can still impose significant costs. In summary, Nigerian military is larger and more capable across land, sea, and air, a dominant force in West Africa. Burkina Faso military is focused on internal security and counter-insurgency with limited conventional capability. In a conventional clash, Nigeria will likely have the upper hand. But war is unpredictable, and strategic factors often outweigh raw numbers. Thank you for watching Watchlist by Ayo. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell for more information on military and geographical analysis. Bye.